Hi everyone, remember these? These are my Viberg natural shell Cordovan boots that I unboxed about a year ago in March 2019. So today I wanted to give a little update on these boots that are very cool. And we've also got a comparison per request of a customer to compare our new Field Notes passport holder with the size of a passport and the size of some field notes. And then I've got a new flash sale, which is a limited run on a really nice Fat Herbie. And then I'll be showing you some of the wallets and watch straps and key cases that we're shipping out today. But again, these are the natural shell Cordovan, and I believe these are service boots from Viberg. I've had these for about a year, and I wanted to give you sort of my impression of them after a year in here. And I do like them quite a bit, so that's the headline here, is these are very nice. And I think the thing that strikes me the most about these boots is that they're very obviously built to last. Everything about these is sort of tough and very intense. And I think that's great. You can sort of just get a sense of the quality of the construction just from looking at them. But when you wear it, they just feel like your feet are surrounded by tanks or something, because they're very tough, very rugged, very firm. And when I first started to wear them, I was a little worried because they were just so stiff that they were very uncomfortable. And their literature that comes in the package explains that you need to give these things a few months of wearing before you can make any sort of assessment on the comfort and the fit. And when I was first wearing them, they were pinching me sort of right here, right in the middle. And I didn't know what that was from, but that did get alleviated just after wearing it for a bit. So the comfort level for me is they're not the most comfortable boots ever, especially right out of the box. Unlike something like Alden, I find the Aldens to be quite comfortable, even right out of the box. But these definitely take quite a bit of breaking in. The other thing that has struck me about these is I want to wear them more than I do. And that kind of bums me out a little bit. And I think that's just a effect of where I live. So in Chicago here, we get 100-degree days in the summer, which is really just too hot to wear a big heavy pair of boots. And then in the winter, in fact, today we were supposed to get a foot of snow. There's not really something I want to wear in the snow or the ice. And that's not to say that the sole isn't fine, but they're definitely not good for ice and snow. This is the day-night sole. But I think these are wearing in pretty well. I literally have done nothing to these. I haven't brushed them. I haven't polished them. And they're looking great, right? I just don't know what you would want more than that. Having said that, when I originally got these, I had the plan to do nothing at all. But I'm wondering if you guys have any insight or any feelings about if I should polish these or not. And a lot of people have commented that it seems kind of like a waste to have shell boots that aren't bright and shiny and polished up. And I think I get that. I did want to see the experiment, sort of how I wear my wallets, is just really beat them up, because I think leather is meant to be worn. I did want to try to experiment to see how far these could go and what they would look like having them beat up, because Viberg has a really awesome photo on their website of I believe it was a tattoo artist that had a pair of unlined natural boots just like these. And the way that they've worn in, and he spilled some ink on them, they just look incredible. So I was kind of going for that look, but I'd be curious to see what you guys think, if I should polish these up or not. Let me know if you do. If people end up voting that they want to see them polished, I'll probably do a video on that. But other than that, I mean, these are really great boots. They're really tough, really holding up. I can't imagine these falling apart. That's like how tough they seem to be built. Like everything about them just sort of exudes toughness and like strength in the build. So they're very nice. But let me know if you think I should polish these or not, and I'll be glad to do that. Although that wasn't the original goal. All right, I'm really excited to announce a new flash sale, and this is a color number 4 shell Cordovan Fat Herbie. This is one of my all-time favorite shell Cordovan colors, is that medium brown, those hints of red coming from underneath. And we had a really short run of these back in December that a few people have picked up, and we've been getting a lot of requests for them. So we thought I'd bring back another limited run of these. We made 10 of these really special Fat Herbies that are now available on the site. By the time this video's up, should be available up on there. And I preloaded up one here so you can get a sense of what the Herbie's all about. And on the inside here, there's the 4 card slots, like every Fat Herbie has, but you can actually fit 3 or 4 cards in each. In fact, on the Herbie that I've been wearing, I've used, I think there's 3 in each of these slots, so I have 12 cards, but this will hold up to 16. And what I think is really great about the Herbie is how the bill slot works in the back. It's just super easy to get cash in and out of. So for that reason, the Fat Herbie is one of my favorite wallets that I've ever used. But also, what's really cool, and the reason that most people come around to loving this wallet, so because of the card layout, this wallet lays much flatter than most every other wallet that you'll find. And I think that's what makes me keep coming back to it. That and just the ease of use. I just love the Fat Herbie. And in this color number 4, it's just a true winner. And we had a question yesterday on our new passport design, and they were curious to see how a passport holder would fit a passport and field notes. And I brought out the new design here. This is one of our prototypes. But I also brought my World Traveler that has been around the world with me. So this is what I've been using to keep my passport in, and I put my priority pass in there. So this has gotten me around the world a few times, and I'm very thankful for it. But I'm also excited to try out one of these new passport field notes holders for myself because I'm excited about this design very much. And like I mentioned, this will fit a passport, so let's load this guy up really quick. And you can fit the passport all the way underneath this big slot or the slot on the left. And the other way that you can use it is sort of more like the field notes way to hold it in there, is you can take a couple pages from the back and slide it underneath the slot like this. So that's how the passport's held in there. And let's take a look at the field notes. So this is another prototype that we made in color number 8 shell. But you can see that a field notes, the 5.5-inch version, I believe, fits perfectly in there. It's a little bit harder to get it all the way underneath this flap, but it will fit. It's just not as sleek as just sort of using it like a bookmark. So this is the way that I prefer to use it, where you just take a couple pages and stick it in behind the slot here. But again, this is our new Field Notes passport holder design. It's not yet released on the site, but we've been accepting little pre-orders on it. So if you were interested in one of these, be happy to make you one. We can make it in any of the leathers. For me, I actually like it in the Dublin very much. And these are much less expensive than the Shell Cordovan. So if you wanted to try this out, the Dublin might be a really great way to give it a shot. All right, moving on to some of the stuff we're shipping out today. I've got a bunch of amazing different watch straps today. First up, this is a short length 18 millimeter black marble chill strap. And I like the keeper on this one. The floating keeper is a little bit more of that tan shade. I think it makes for a really nice contrast. And if you're not familiar with our straps, we only make unlined straps, and that's because I find them to be the most comfortable straps, especially on leathers like the Shell Cordovan or any veg tan leather. And that's because when you introduce the Shell Cordovan and veg tan leathers to moisture and heat, they have a natural tendency to mold around whatever you mold or wrap it around. So in this case on a wrist, it just makes for a really comfortable strap. Here we have another 2-piece watch strap, and this one's in natural Shell Cordovan. This is a 20 millimeter in our regular length, a 120 millimeter by 80 millimeter. So this piece is 80 millimeters long, and this is 120. I just love the natural shell. And these wear in very similarly to how the shell wallets wear in, where they get much more darker and golden over time. And we have one more 2-piece strap today. This is in the classic color number 8 shell Cordovan. Just check out how nice all this turned out. I really like the way our edges turned out on the 2-piece straps. These are waxed and burnished with a little bit of stain in there, just to make it match the shell color a little bit better. And now I've got a couple different Apple Watch bands. This one's in that super sleek black shell Cordovan that I've been interested in recently. I really like the sleekness of the black shells, especially on something like these watch straps. It sort of makes everything look great. And again, these are unlined straps, so you can see the reverse side of the black shell is that greenish color. But these make for a very comfortable strap. I have the inverse of that strap on right now. You can see this is black reverse, which is a little bit more tan and green. But I find these just to be very, very comfortable. And I just realized I forgot to mention my theme of the day. We're starting from small and getting larger. So we're starting off with watch straps today and growing from there. Here's the last Apple Watch band left. And this is a very beautiful color number 4 shell Cordovan. That's the same color as the flash sale Fat Herbie we got going today. It's just a very beautiful color. A lot of reddish tones depending on what angle you look at it. And in certain angles, it's just a little bit of more of a darker brown. And then when you look at it, sort of like a suede, when you look at it at different angles, the color changes to be a little bit more red. We had several people pick up these key cases in the last day. This is a natural shell Cordovan Lexington Hotel key case. These have a snap closure to keep all your keys on the inside, and it comes with one screw post on the top here. I find this is best when you put 3 keys on the inside. When you put one, it's a little flimsy, and I'm working on a little bit of a strategy to combat the flimsiness for people that just want to use one key. Here's another key case. This is our vault key holder, and this is in the classic color number 8 shell Cordovan. The difference on this one is there are 2 sides for keys, and then 2 different screw posts on there. So this is something more for people that want to hold around 5 or 6 keys, or I should say 4 to 6 keys, because I like when you put 2 or 3 on each post. Again, when you have one, it's a little flimsy. And what's cool about this is the keys fold inwards like this, and when you want to use them, they come out. So what I like to do is I'll put one key and leave it outside of the case and snap it closed. So when I get home, I just have my key ready to go. All right, we're moving on here to some wallets now. And here's another color number 4 shell Cordovan, Tony the Ant. The color number 4, we were just talking in the shop. We just really feel strongly that the batch of color 4 shells that we are cutting from right now is just extra special, extra nice. The smoothness to the shells are very nice. The luster is bright and shiny like you would expect, but it also has like just a really nice rich feel to it. It's a smooth surface feel, but you can tell that there's just so much tanned into this leather. It just has a really great hand feel. So this is a beautiful color number 4 shell Cordovan Tony the Ant going out. And several people have been interested in this Johnny the Fox with the color combination I like. This is the black and teal Johnny the Fox. We've recently switched out the black chrome XL on the exterior of this wallet to the black Dublin, which I prefer. So I sort of made that choice for you. I just really like the natural grain character of the Dublin, which is why I'm preferring it right now over the Chrome XL on this particular wallet. Although the Chrome XL is very nice also. It's like sort of like picking your favorite child, because all the leathers are just very special in their own regards, but they're all just a little bit different. Here's another color combination wallet that I like. This is the Intense Blue Shell Cordovan Johnny the Fox, and this one has the mock horsehide interior. I've been feeling the same way about this color combination for a while. Is I think the mock, that sort of light tan color on the inside, really sets off the blue on the exterior of this wallet. I just think it makes it just a really great look. So thank you for picking up this one. And we had several people in the last day pick up the Black Shell Cordovan Valet trays. Thank you for supporting us with these. I think they're very nice. And you will note that, or I would like to note, that you might see some little scuffs and scratches on the underside of the shell. It's actually, looking at my monitor here, it's hard to see. But they are there. The reason that we cut them there is because you won't notice it when it's sitting on the table as it is right now. and we keep the costs way down because we're able to cut in some of those imperfections. So these are just really great little shell Cordovan valet trays. And this has been a little bit more of a lengthy video today, but I wanted to give a quick update on the natural Lancaster Fat Herbie that I've been wearing. There's still a couple of these on the site, and a few people have picked one up. I'm going to try this little aging experiment with me to see how the Lancaster wears in. This is a new leather from Horween that I don't know what it's going to do. So I'm very curious to see how this wears in. I've been saying that if this gets darker over time, I think this might be the ultimate. Because I'm looking for a veg that will age similarly to how the raw shell ages. I want something with a very dramatic patina. So this is where we're at here. We're on day 35. So this is 35 days of wear. We're seeing that the leather is accumulating some of the stains, or some staining from the denim I've been wearing right on the spine and on the corners of the wallet. We're seeing that the veg characteristics in the leather are molding around the cards. And I'm also starting to see a very subtle sheen develop. It's very hard for me to capture in these, but it is there. If you come down to the shop, I'll be happy to show you this one in person. It's a very subtle little sheen that's nice. When this one starts off, it's very dull, but it has like a soft velvety feel. That grain is becoming a little flatter now, so it's a little less velvety. It is still soft, but I think with the compacting action going on of me sitting on this wallet, it's giving that leather a tighter, flatter grain, but it's also giving us a nice subtle sheen to it. So thanks for checking out all the good stuff today. Day 35 on this wallet. Excited to keep wearing that one in. Thanks for checking out my boots, passport holders, all that good stuff. I'll be back again tomorrow with some more great stuff. So take care and see you later.